being pushed to the sides. Like a little bit of the impression the bolt created from being forced through. Thank you, Zbrush. Anybody notice how bad slider skin is? You mean like the default correctness? Yeah. I would like to see an updated slider model or remodel. Absolutely. I think actually that's what I voted for. I mean, along the way, I think for the final one or the last few, I voted for Viper, and the final was between Void and was it Viper at the end? Viper versus Void. If that was the final, I definitely voted for Viper. I didn't think Void really needed a remodel compared to the other guys. But yeah, I think like Jakiro, Void, well not Void, Jakiro, Slardar, Zeus, Nature's Prophet. Could use a remodel from all the stuff that the Valve artists have learned along the years of creating and improving on their amazing designs for the Dota characters. They've learned so much and they're making just some amazing shit now, man. Like look at the last Arcana for Crystal Maiden. Just reads amazingly in game. It's so nice. And that's the kind of stuff that we're still trying to learn to make them, you know, pop that much and look that good in game. And teach you guys at the same time. Got another cut down here somewhere. Pretty large one. Gonna be pretty hard to put items on flying heroes. You need like the new Frost Wyvern or whatever. Yeah, she's but she's pretty undressed, you know, or unarmored at the moment. Like I think they made her more a little bit more default on purpose so that the items can really make her different and diverse instead of her looking diverse right off the bat on purpose. I think that was done on purpose, like, on purpose. Like it is. I think it was by design that they made her default items more on the like naked dragon side of things, so that people can make her armor or go crazy, like with crazy icicles or whatever she's got on her, you know, as part of her armature, her organic armature, right? So yeah, I think Valve really thought that stuff out, so that the items created for her are then make that diversity. I think it was deliberate. Crackness, you need to see familiar models soon? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about, wait, what? You're talking about for Visage? Let me scroll. Oh, Visage are kind of, yeah, you're talking about Visage familiars, like his gargoyles. Yeah, those would be really cool to make like completely unique ones, but I don't think Visage is available in the workshop, man. So Valve has to make it available and break it down. And the problem with that model right now is that there's like 4 different models for like the upgrades on his levels for his wings, with like different materials and all this stuff. So I think that's why they're holding out on releasing that to the workshop, because technically it's got some issues that would make it difficult to make sets and items for it. Hold your breath. What the hell did I just do? What did I just hit? Oh. I should just remove that button. I don't see what the point of that is, unless you're like super ultra high polygon stuff. Which is not the case. Are you serious? Are you looking for other people? God. What's wrong with the daughter? What happened to her? How old is she? Oh my god. Sucks. Yeah, totally, Crankness. I mean, if they're part, like if they're like an item that's broken out, we can just create a completely new entire character essentially for those birds and have just complete freedom on what we want them to be, right? Those are always really cool to make, like the demon form or whatever for Terrorblade. You can go to town and just create your entire whole character there for that form. I think the same thing for Night Stalker, even though he's not released for the workshop. The way that the model works, it's a completely different model when he's like the nighttime version of him, you know. So we could really change how he looks at nighttime when we make a set for a Night Stalker, which I really want to do. I can't wait for that guy to be ready for the workshop, and we'll make something crazy for him. It'd be awesome. Oh, there you go. Abyss is shedding some light on the technical stuff that I was just kind of brushed over. But yeah, he knows the ins and outs of all that stuff really well. And right now I'm just using this inflate tool, which I like to use to do a little bit of the final pass on some wrinkles. It's really, really useful. Give it a shot, guys, after you do the indents and things like that. It works really nice. Kind of push some of those volumes around. Yep, for sure, Abyss. Never would have thought that Night Stalker had the separate models. I know, right? Because it's just the wings, but yeah, you can replace like the whole model pretty much. Which I'm actually really excited about. Hopefully they don't change that out. I want to make just a crazy, evil knight version of him. Did you hear back? What time would that be at? What time would that be? That you have to go in? Exaggerate some of these lines a little bit more. Getting kind of hard to see from very far away. Up close they look great, but far away they're getting a little too lost, so let's push them out. Something I battle with quite often. Because my past work doesn't really cater from this kind of distance. Like Dota, top view, really far away. Yeah, it's kind of like both for Dota, because you do see them up close and then from far away a lot. And you have to cater of making detail that works as shapes. Like really large detail, if that makes any sense. Alright, that's not bad. With some little like leather detail on there on the texture later on, I think this will work out for the strap. Alright, decent straps. And we'll push this a little bit here. That connection more apparent. Size are fine, don't worry about those guys. This stuff is fine. Let's save this. That looks pretty alright. Which part of the Night Stalker? What he's saying is that the Night Stalker is that it's supposed to be the same model, but he gets better at night, beefier at night. Or the idea is to keep the illusion that it's still the same model. Yeah, no, I get that for the default thing, but we have the option of going crazy with it. I know, man, but I mean, just technically, we have a lot more freedom than it seems, which I'm excited about. I know what you're talking about, Abyss. I know, man. Go ahead, Dustpot. Just post the link there. We'll take a look, so we can see most of the set. Unless you already posted it, did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a staff. Okay. Yeah, you're getting way too little on detail. Like even these lines, which because I mean if this is the staff for Earth Spirit, that's just like even that on screen, it's only half. The other half is still whatever. So yeah, this is getting micro small. So even this vertical line, this lines, this parallel lines, you probably have to lose some of this dude so that you have maybe just two. They have like one block and then one block. But all these little guys, I'm not sure that's gonna transfer down to. Probably it's the texture for the weapon is 256 by 256. So you might wanna just take a screenshot of this, put it onto your texture on the UVs, just to see the size, throw it into the game and see if any of this stuff like really works. I feel it's gonna be too small. So I'm just trying to save you some work, man. Some headache. Alright, that looks pretty okay. Let's do the gauntlet in the same style, so that this is done and enemy can start baking it out. Which is gonna look like this is the shield that we prepared 2 days ago? 2 nights ago? Yep. Here's our low polygon with the other items, for those of you that haven't seen it. Alright, and let's go ahead and jump into the gauntlet and finish this up and do a drawing. More giveaways for you guys. Alright, are we on the glove? I can't. There we go. Okay. So let's subdivide this a couple of times without smoothness, and then a couple more times with smoothness. And yeah, that actually works pretty good. We just have. We don't really have to smooth this out too much. We actually want to keep this flat areas, so it looks like really strong leather that has been attached to other pieces to keep it, you know, that rigid. What?
Huh?
What? Gerbil. Oh, Family Feud?
Family Feud?
Yeah, that was old. That's an old one.
Gerbil.
He's a freak. dust pool, man, what you can do is just fill in those lines with clay buildup, and redefine where those where your lines are at, so you can do less of them, and so that they get larger at the same time, and then they'll be more readable in game. Still haven't decided whether we do like a metal plate up here somewhere. We might, after we smooth this out, maybe we'll make a mask and kind of extrude out almost, you know, like the little metal, a very thin metal faceplate for it. That'll create some really nice contrast when we do the materials and you see the in-game item for it. It'll bring more attention to her gauntlet being new instead of just looking like one of her regular ones, which are just brown, I think, or I think they're just armor maybe? I don't know, I forget. Find some of these edges while we're at it. Even though we're smoothing, we're gonna make sure that the edges still are on the same spot and still more visible. That'll work for now. A little bit of the setup. Isolate this guy. We do a metal plate, we probably shouldn't do some leather folds on it. Let's see if I can just round that up a tiny bit. Just so that it's not as harsh. Alright, a little bit of the foreshadowing of when we do the leather for the gauntlets. It's a good little sketch start for it. Save this. I know, right? I had our shield a little bit here. Alright. What do we do with this gauntlet? Let's subdivide it one more time. Just did that. Let's take a look here. If we were to add a little bit of like a metal plate on it, how far would we want to go with it? Now, the problem with adding a metal plate is that the UV space is going to be quite crowded by the shield. And it's already a really small texture. So we'll probably have to sacrifice the shield or the gauntlet having that metal plate on it so that we leave more of that space for the shield. So yeah, we're just gonna make this thing leather and we'll put a couple of bolts here and there. And that'll be more clever way to go about it. I make some sacrifices for the bigger picture here. Let's start making a little bit of the outside of the gauntlet. Start framing it. If you want. Rough this stuff in. Like beveling this section out just for the framework of it. Let's see, Dustpaw, you got I guess 3 lines instead of what you have, like 4 before? Yeah, I would do like 1, 2, and that being the third one. So get rid of that little line in there. It's gonna be really small in game, man. I'm telling you. You don't want that stuff to get super pixelated when it gets down resting game. Maybe we can have some metal edges to some part of this gauntlet. And that stuff doesn't really eat up a lot of detail and shouldn't pixelize. That could work. I'll give it a shot. Always looks good with that leather armor. From the corners having that metal tip. Oh shit, Mountain Knight, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Isn't it like super late for you? Wait, what time is it? 8 p.m. Yeah, it should be kind of late for you, no, man? How you doing? I saw you're growing like a huge ass beard. You still have that beard going on, Mont? see our shield, Montenay? We did an Aegis shield for her left arm. 4 a.m. Fuck. You have the mohawk and the super epic beard going on. I saw a picture, man. That's awesome. Good on you. We gotta hide the shield. Totally gets in the way. Don't worry about the gauntlet right now. We're gonna emphasize a little bit of the wrist bent here. We're sketching in some of the leather being distorted with her motions. Use different sizes for the leather. Always a good thing. Your friend who's here tonight posted it? Oh fuck. What, the shield? The shield? Yeah, dude, the shield is freaking huge. Watch, check it out. This is for the low poly. And yeah, it's freaking huge. And we're gonna make new animations so that she's hunched forward and she's covering a lot of herself with it. And then we'll have the lance kinda, you know, in a nice new position for her. She'll be hunched forward, right? So her legs will be more like closer to the ground. She's hunched down. Ah, fuck. You know, see something like that from the front. Way better pose, but you get what I'm saying. I already started on the cave texture a little bit. Very Spartan, yeah, definitely going with a Spartan flair to her. Absolutely. What we should be able to do is put like a little insignia or something on her armlet here. I have no idea what it would be, but maybe, you know, if just going off the top of my head, like the Spartan Spartanish kind of thing they have going on, you know, looks something like this. And then we can dip it in and smooth it out and get more creative with it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's actually not bad. Maybe I should keep that. What's the banner gonna be? No banner, dude. We're replacing the banners with our cape, and we might put a flag around the spear. Did we already texture it? No, well, we started to texture it a little bit, like the cape, but that's it. That's the only item that we kind of like half started, just kind of setting up our lighting passes on it and a little bit of the desaturation for it. But yeah, this still needs a lot of like highlights and actual texture work. But it's at a pretty good place so far. Nothing else has really started on the texture. We haven't even baked out all the other stuff or done the Zbrush, so. We need a this is Dota taunt. Yeah, we're messing around with different ideas for the taunt. or for her rare idol, where like some arrows like rain down on her shield, and she like takes them off with her spear to clean off her shield, right? For battle. That could be kind of cool. You have to do some work on your necro too for the holes. What holes are you talking about? Oh, the alpha on the like the tattered cloth. Yeah, man. Yep. Knock that shit out. Damn, I kind of like that A now, but I'm not sure it's in the right spot. Damn. And actually, we don't want a lot of detail on there, because it's gonna be pretty small in the texture, so maybe just do one larger one. Kinda like how plain it is though, the framing will work really nice with it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Indecision, 2015. Maybe just one, really simple one. And it's just kinda out-dented, just like with the leather, you know? And we don't really do crazy beveling or anything on it. I think that'll work out. And along here at the bottom, we'll do the little flick. A little angle. Something like that. And then over here as well. Bring this across. And we'll refine it next sub D. Yeah, that's okay. And maybe we'll do something the same in the front shield here by our pelvis. We'll do the A and stylize it a little bit more. Follow through. Maybe like a bolt or something, I don't know. Or a couple bolts. Oh, that's terrible. You think you went too tiny on your details on the ragged clothes? It's so difficult to get the right amount of detail for like little cloth, because small detail contrasting the larger detail on cloth is what makes cloth feel natural. If you make it all the same scale or size, it stops reading like thin cloth. So it's very, like you said, man, it's very difficult to mess that up. Or sorry, it's very easy to mess it up and very easy to do the wrong scaling. Even though up close it looks fantastic, you know. I've been there for sure. Alright, we're almost like half done on this gauntlet already, guys. This is going super fast. Really good. That much closer to the giveaway. And sadly, the end of the stream. Hey Manny, which step into creating your own sets do you think is the toughest to complete? Ooh, I think I spend the longest on the texture. The design and the Zbrush stuff is, I mean, the Zbrush does take a while depending on what you're creating, but it's usually not that difficult for me to knock out the high poly stuff anymore. So yeah, the texture is definitely the toughest, because a lot of things go into that. It's got to be really from far away, it's got to look cool from up close, it's got to have nice gradients, it's got to have the contrasting between all the highlights that you hand paint. That'll take the longest for sure. The design of the model I can do really fast as well, so that's not a... It's become a lot easier for us. Textures, super important for Dota.
Oh.
Alright, that's a pretty good start there. We'll just finish off some of these folds for the top. Whoa, wrong direction. And we'll subdivide and start doing the details, and then the damage after that, and an easy piece right here. Knock this out really fast. Oh, hello Joaquin, welcome back. Alright, let's, I don't want to isolate it. What do we want to do? Well... Like that. It gives us enough room to move about. x or Maya, what would I recommend? For modeling, out of those two options only, I would say 3D Max. If you ask me about any other 3D program, I say Softimage, hands down. Hey, hello, Drolly check. Blazing Fro, hey man. What up, Sith? Mighty Kitten, have a good night. 3 in the morning. Hey, that's not bad. Where are you from? Where is it 3 in the morning for you? Subdivide one more time here. We'll start doing a little bit of the detail pass. Now what I'm doing right now is kind of echoing the design here a couple of times, because that's actually what's happening with our helmet. It's gonna have a little bit of an echo on both of the shapes here, and the front of the plate of the helmet. So I'm kind of rhyming this part of the model with that. Rhyming our design. I thought you were like at 30 something.
None of them are.
That's
Like-
good. Show you guys the helmet in a bit of what I'm talking about. See those 2 layers there? You can see the helmet, well, even over here, even the low poly, you can see the mirroring or the double design on the helmet. And I'm thinking for the helmet as well, we're gonna put a little bit of an extra layer on top here that's sitting like a really thin metal piece that's sitting right over top of the helmet. So you have like the double layering going on across the model, and so that's what I'm doing for the gauntlet as well. Kind of enforcing that kind of feel. One in the morning in Argentina. 3 in the morning in the UK. Damn, guys, you guys are up late. Hellfire's gotta work in 2 hours. What? Where do you work, dude? Holy shit. Let's take a look, Dustbot, and see what you got. So yeah, you're making that rock stuff. So all the little bits, you could probably kind of smoothen out and make more of like the cracks, a little bit more of the rockiness to them. That little bit is gonna be hard to show in Dota, especially the resolution again, man. But yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, and then this top piece. So I don't know, maybe this will work out. Like I said, do a test just to make sure, you know, see if that stuff really shows up with the resolution. I don't know what the staff or his weapon texture size is. If it's 128 by 256, you might be in trouble. If it's 256 by 256, you might be okay, especially if you're mirroring all the sides of the staff. Not only mirroring the sides, but also mirroring top to bottom, right? Because it's 2 staffs being held by the middle by Earth Spirit. So yeah, take all those things into consideration when you're making your texture. 1022 in Peru. Peru? What are you, like 3 hours ahead? 2 hours ahead? You guess the central time, I guess? Time to rebuild the whole geometry? A little bit, Dustbo. I mean, you can go in there with a clay build-up and redo your lines. Unless you did this in your mid poly, which would make your lines a lot easier for those kind of things, but... You're a driver for one of those late night running trains in the UK. Late night running trains. Like a street train? Like a street cart? That's kind of cool. One half and one half, like a quarter kind of thing. Yeah, that's cool, Dustbo. That's cool, man. Most of the stuff is not seen anyways, yeah. And it also, I mean, the default one has like a lot of glowing sections to it, right? So there's also that to take into consideration. Let's see if we can pull up that metal stuff that I was talking about earlier. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, then we'll just, I guess, not do it, but let's see. Try it real quick. Actually, we're gonna need another subdivision for this stuff. Gonna be quite a bit of polygons needed for it. How far do we go on the metal stuff? Just the corners? Don't know if that will work. Maybe we go all the way across the top and kill it off down here. So we would go all the way here. Into the side just a tiny bit. And that's where we get our metal contrast that I wanted to do on the plate, but we just end up doing on the edges. Good work. And what we're gonna do with this is actually inflate it, or balloon inflate, and create a little bit of a bevel for our armor. Easiest way to do it. Zbrush for this kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit farther. Maybe follow, you know, these lines here. End up looking better. Inside we don't really care about, you won't really see the inside. Okay. Okay. Let's try this out. Driver one of the just drive the trains, but they are always late, never on time. On timetable at the moment. Big in the news. Oh fuck, that's too bad, man. Whose fault is that? The people like setting up all the the scheduling for the trains, or that's like a big feature of transit. The time. Alright, so let's see. Little bit of an extrusion. We can't go too crazy with it. Let's see. Let's just try inflate at 1. Alright, it looks nice, but might not be enough. So let's go with 2. Yeah, we can work with that. And we just emphasize that. And we'll turn the top part into metal. And let's just work on this piece. To indent it a little bit more. Which will in turn give us a really nice shadow on our ambient occlusion map when this gets baked down. And I know the inside won't be seen that much, but still, we'll add a little bit of a bevel here too. For the odd time that it gets seen. I don't know. Why not? It takes like 5 seconds. Alright. Oh shit! Don't render. I hit the wrong thing. But big work going on in London Bridge. Infrastructure is 30 years old in some places. Company running stations at 150% capacity. Holy shit! You guys had a train last year that was late to its final destination every day of the year. Wow, that sucks, man. Onslaught, what do you got, dude? Making a sword for Wraith King? Is that a Wraith King weapon you're making? Did I hit that? Whoops. Smaller brush. Whoops. Go. So much hiding and unhiding just to be able to save the file, because Zbrush kind of freaks out if you try to save something when some meshes are hidden, and of course he just completely screwed over our sensitivity on that save. That's unfortunate. See if I can work with it a little bit. Onslaught, working on your textures for your Wraith King sword. Ah, I knew that was Wraith King, man. Cool. Awesome, dude. Keep going. 33 and 4 with Meeple? Okay, dude. You are gonna play with me and enemy some ranked games and get our MMR up, okay? What's your MMR, dude? We need some help. We'll even stream that shit. Oh, this sensitivity is so fucked. Sensitivity is so messed now. Damn. Any word? No? Any word? You're still learning the ropes for Zbrush, Godaza? That's cool, man. We all start up, you know, at the very bottom, man. So you gotta learn up the levels of the creation of a character or a sculpt with your super low polygon stuff, edges, polygons, silhouette, volume, design, organic, inorganic stuff, details. I mean, it's all layers that you learn along the way, man. So keep at it. Keep it going. Whoops. Yeah, Zbrush messed up our sensitivity for our brushes. Actually, I think Val was telling me a way to fixing that. What was it? He said it was something really freaking simple. Yeah, I think it was just like minimizing and maximizing the program so that the drivers knew what program you were back in or something. So let's see if this actually... That Matt actually fixed it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? God damn it. Ridiculous that that's even a bug. A little bit of metal here since we're gonna be making this metal. A little metal cap at the very top since it's probably the stuff that will collide with more things as she's in battle or whatever. Protect that leather. That'll work, that'll work. Some dents, some... bit of history to this piece. We're almost at the damage stage here. Flying through, man. Lena is hot, just saying. What kind of hot? She's like fucking fire woman. Oh shit. Fix this up real quick. That will do. I want it to be a little soft, so don't make this super detailed or sharp. Starting to feel okay. Let's add a seam line here. Where are we actually gonna make the seam line when we UV wrap this? The seam line is... oh my god. Oh. So we worked on this thing such a long time ago that this thing that I this is bad. That armlet thing is different than the in-game one that we ended up designing at the very end because it's got less polygons. So shit. This inside part has to go. See if I can fix this. Where does it fucking disappear? Just before the end of her thumb, and before the last line of her. Okay. It was almost like let me save this. Yeah, I deleted this polygon so I could add more edge loops to the shield. But yeah, right where the thumb goes, it goes halfway into the other section. Okay. I wish I remembered that earlier. It's alright, we can fix this. I'm gonna cut it out. All the way through here. Kidding me? I cannot hide the other one because it's part of the base model. Alright, whatever. I'll play your game, Zbrush. Just before... okay. Let's go with it halfway then. We're gonna lose part of this, but that's okay. Maybe we angle it in a way that we can keep it a little bit. Alright, I don't really care what this, if this is all messed up anyways, it's not gonna be part of the model when we bake it out, so whatever. Make it go away. There, whatever. Those little bits hanging out, don't care. They are nothing to us. So now let's fix the edges since they're completely messed now. Oh, that is really strong. What are you doing? Trim smooth border? That's why you're being so aggressive. Oh man, I have no idea what we're gonna be eating tonight, but I'm gonna eat the crap out of it. So hungry. You hungry, Pink? We're almost done here. We're gonna need you for another epic number selection. Out of 372. Ah, the freaking shield's in the way. Goddamn shield. Hello, Stefan. Welcome. You done messed up? It's alright, man. We fixed it. Pinch it? No, man. I rarely use pinch. I don't like the pinch brush. The pinch is really good just for like the end of like when you do wrinkles and you want to like build them up a little bit after you do the inflate and then you pinch the middle part, then it's good for just wrinkles. But for most other things, I stay away from the pinch brush. Guys got jokes. This is what the inside looks like, huh? Okay. We won't care about any of this stuff over here. This is gonna be all blank slate. We're just gonna ignore that. Just worry about this part that we are gonna see. Oh my god. It sounds like that band, that Monster. What were they called, man? Birthday Massacre. Yeah. Were you? They're good. Sounds like them, right? Oh yeah, we're almost done. These flew by. We could finish pieces this fast. You never seen us without anything on my head? Go to our Facebook page, man. Posted a picture in the morning with just my hair all crazy. Go check that out. Hair is nuts. Whoops. Too close. Alright, alright. This is Josh. That gauntlet base sculpt is done. We just need to do the damage pass on it. But that was pretty fast. Oh yeah, you got an Intus 4? Yeah man, I love this one. Had it for many years. Ninja Kleenex. Hey, a couple of ninjas up in here. Who's drunk? Pin Ninja, you drunk? Really? You're so quiet. You're what? Oh, okay. Alright, let's do the damage pass on this and a little bit of the wrinkle work. And we can call it finished. We'll just kind of go over these and do a little bit of line work. And then we'll cut it up to where the damage went down. What's on 612? What's up, dude? Hey man, what's the 612 have to do with your nickname? Is that like the room that they gave you at school, or I'm just wondering what the 612 is for? The orb that I'm using, or the brush that I'm using to do the lines right now is called Orb Cracks. You can find it online. Just do a quick Google and you'll find it in 2 seconds, man. It's a little bit of the leather wrinkles that I'm creating right now, dude. How's your night going, man? We'll do the leather first, and then we'll jump on and do the slashes and some of the defensive wounds on the leather that Legion Commander has been battling. The same brush you use, Watson? Oh, there you go, man. So you're all set. Your brother is 12 years old and he's so much into Dota he wants to go pro. That's a good age to start, man. You learn most of your really important stuff when you're young, and then you develop it. You actually absorb a lot more when you're younger, so it's why it's harder to get good at stuff when you're much, like, you know, way later in your years. Gonna indent this leather a little bit in here. Give us a nice little shadow.
But she said, trust me, these are the stories we will tell. As I stood frozen, infinite, I almost fell. But I got a feeling and my heart starts beating, a sudden rush of feeling alive. This is
Where you grew up, art test, you know? Orpcark's brush is amazing. Yeah, you guys know what's up. You wanna give him a Stealer item? In Dodo? Like a DC hook? DC hook? What? Ninja Clinics. I never knew the correct spots to shade things. How do you know where to shade? Hey Watson, thanks for the host, dude. I don't know where to shade. Well, I mean, I'm not really shading right now, right? But the more you bake your models into low poly and the ambient occlusion stuff, you start seeing where how deep you need to go to get like really nice shadows. I use this pewter shader so I can see the shadows a little bit more. They're amplified a bit, so see if I go to like something softer, you don't see those lines as much. But I know my ambient occlusion is going to be baking something more like in this direction, right? So if you want to make that this area look deeper and have a stronger shadow, just grab your Orbs crack tool and just push that stuff in deeper and make that separation a little bit thicker at the same time, and your AO will take care of it. And then at that point you can even make it darker in Photoshop or whatever, but you have a really good starting point for it and something that contrasts a lot more. See how much heavier that little dark spot is? It's like line drawing, right? If you want more weight to it, you make the line thicker. Same thing, shadows. I'm gonna bust out this section here like it got ripped up on the leather. I said went to like maybe this piece is metal, maybe it's still leather. So perhaps we have a little bit of the cut be more continuous there. A little bit of a slash this way. Make it a defensive wound. And then let's make a really large one somewhere here. A couple large ones so that they read from a distance, not just the small ones that you'll see when you zoom in. So you can tell that she's got battle damage across when you're zoomed out. No worries, Ninja. Hope that helps you out, man.
Hey, I'm the only fucking ninja. Fish.
Did you just notice there's the Kleenex Ninja in here? I said it out loud so you would we'll get
I'm drunk. What do you expect?
we'll get a reaction out of you or something.
He's Kleenex, not ninja.
The Kleenex Ninja.
He's ninja. Just Kleenex, I'm the ninja. Damn it.
It's gonna be a ninja fight up in here. Yeah, the pink is very antagonizing. I think I want to make the separation thicker too, so that it's super clear from far away that this metal piece is sitting right over top of the leather. So by scaling up your Orbs crack tool, you can really kind of create a bit of a bevel without having to do all the technical stuff that I really don't like doing in Zbrush. All the technical, you know, separation of tools and the selecting and all that. I try to do as little of that as possible and keep the model more organic and work faster. let's add a little bit of differences here on some of the details. So start adding some of these little damage dots. Little bites. A little bit of damage here and there. And if you guys see when I'm doing my slashes and my battle damage, think of it of an actual sword, you know, hitting that part of the forearm or the top of the hand. If this was to get slashed by a sword or axe or whatever, the slash wouldn't go all the way on the model like this, right? Unless it went completely through. But this area, since it's higher up, see how it's higher up? This part here would actually protect this bottom section. So you don't want to do your slash all the way at the bottom too. Just have the sword where it would actually slash across and stop and then hit it across the next part over, depending on the height of the two pieces, right? And that actually looks way more realistic, right? So keep that in mind when you guys do your damage. And we also want to make it look like, you know, the leather got not just cut, but, you know, part of that actually gets pushed. So your volumes on the outside will grow a little bit. So if it was plate alright and you push into it, the edges actually grow a little bit. So do that with your cuts. Even with metal, it works with metal pretty good too. He is the ninjas of Kleenexes. He stuffs all his enemies with Kleenexes. And he also helps people when they sneeze. I don't know, I think you breed in this. It's quite silly, sir. Welcome to the LiveWorkshop. Super cereal. Oh, where the hell did I go? Okay. So then when we get back to our low polygon, we'll just make sure that the low poly matches with this guy's here a little bit better. Because right off the bat right now, because we changed it, it's going to be completely off. That's alright. We'll be able to fix it. Trim smooth. Wrong brush. Like cape. Messing with us. Paul, learned some awesome stuff today. Gonna go back to Maya and redo your workflow. Hey, alright. It'll definitely help out your baking stuff, and then more than anything, see you won't have as much pixelization and you know, low resolution in your model inside of Maya, man. So yeah, awesome, dude. You're welcome. Good luck with that stuff. We really need to get a little larger on some of these details. I'm not gonna read the same advice that I'm giving Duspo as stuff we need to do on our model right now. Too little on some of this stuff. I'm gonna exaggerate it right now. Right here. Right now. Do as I say, not as I do. No man, we're gonna do it ourselves as well. Sometimes it happens to us. I mean, we could spend like the next 4 hours, you know, really making this detail look all like realistic and completely cinematic, but we don't need that fidelity, even for our beauty render or anything. So we're gonna stay at a nice medium scale where it works in game, and it works for our posters and prints and loading screens and everything. It's worked pretty good for us in the past. It's a little bit of random battle damage here and there. A little stronger on some of the edges, so it reads out. A little bit on some of those little chips that we did on the leather as well. A little bit of the edge work, even though, you know, that shouldn't be there. This will read really nice on the texture. So sometimes I do a little bit of line work on the edges themselves. And it'll add some little bit of contrast and read really well in game for the texture. Not always, but sometimes those little lines work out really good. Even though there shouldn't be a line at all. It's a nice little trick, little hack that I learned. Try it out. See if you like it. A little better. Pams. Thank you, man. Alright, I think we're almost there with this guy, really. Maybe just a couple more little touch-ups on the lines, the line work. The inking is what I like to call it. This is just like 2D line work, right? It's your inking pass. Need a little bit of a break up here somewhere, like maybe over here. Oh, why would you do that, Zbrush? Maybe we slash up this side a tiny bit too. Okay, so when we do the texture, we'll do a little bit of more of separation between those two layers. Even though we do have the polygons and the low poly there, we'll add a little bit of a hand-painted shadow underneath there, and we'll really create a little bit of depth from the top view. It's gonna look really nice. Who are we drawing? We are drawing Legion Commander in 3D, or 2.5D as Zbrush is supposed to be called. Credits are live. 10 credits. Nice, dude. Lack of credits is killing you. What are you at? Negative some? What? 2,000? Negative 1,877. Stuff is 256 by 256 DOSPA. Yeah, I mean, if you have that mirrored a couple times, you'll be alright. Top to bottom on each side. You're still able to do gradients with it, actually. Alright, actually, I haven't really taken care of the inside at all, so let's just do a little bit of a quick pass on here. And we'll do our next two drawings back to back, real quick. And we won't do the adding people on Steam. I'll just write down the names, and I'll add you guys tomorrow and give you your winnings. But we'll do drawings tonight. Coming up. Make sure it's not going completely through. I'm using a pretty big brush here. Alright. The rare time that you see the inside, you'll still see the lines there, which is all I really want. The rest of that gauntlet is done. Not bad. What did I tell Dustpaw in order to help him with his bakes? Wow. Well, a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, I told him he had too many lines going on his design, which was gonna get scaled down in Dota 2, and it was just gonna become a complete mess, and the resolution is gonna look really, really bad. So I told him to lose the amount of he had this little like strips of stone. So he had, I think, 4 of them, and then the 5th big one at the bottom. So I told him just to do 3 ones, 3 large, thick ones, and with a lot less detail of the stony stuff on it. That stuff's not gonna come down into the model. You won't be able to notice it. You have to really exaggerate the size of the detail, but still do detail. And yeah, mirror stuff really, in a really smart way. This character has been through a lot. Yeah, we did a lot of damage for her. And we'll even push that even more in the texture, where we have like more of the metal underneath showing through, like more of the silver or gray or whatever the metal is, the iron. And a little bit of the, whether it's chipped paint or gold finish or whatever, you know, we'll push that even more so it'll be even more noticeable. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hey Racer, what's up, man? How's your night? Good Saturday? Watson, 146. That'll get you 1 ticket for sure, man. Tickets are 125. Set. You're set for the drawing, for 1 drawing at least. And we're gonna do 2 drawings back to back. And I'll contact you guys the next day or so to transfer over your sets that you win. Alright, I think the gauntlet's pretty decent now. Anything else? Any other little details? I think we'll probably do in C or in Photoshop. Let me take a just quick last look here. Maybe it needs like a really large flash over here somewhere. Break up this, guys. Whoops. Might work. Now we'll just clean it up. Nice and easy. Nice. Yeah, I think I needed that bigger slash there. Maybe continue it a little bit alongside. Yeah, let's go with that. Hoorah. That is done. Alright, shield done. Actually, the whole arm item is done. Ah, we have to do the back of the shield. That's alright, we'll do that at a different time. It's just 3 polygons that we have to... that we'll do with a stencil, so it'll be super simple. But... the item is pretty much done. So... we'll probably start setting up the bake for it, I think. Yeah, it's just the back of it that we need to kind of iron out. Dope. Dope. Awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and just hide everything else. Except the gauntlet. That's a good material for this bad boy. Do a really quick best render on it. And we'll hide Sid for a second so I can take a screenshot for the video later for our broadcast archive for the people that missed the live show.